Google just dropped VEO 3.1, but is it actually better than VEO 3, or is it just a new model drop with a new number? I tested both head-to-head, text to video, image to video, and the new ingredient system, and the results will surprise you. If you're new here, hi, my name's Duncan. I've grown my AI agency to over $10,000 a month, and I've sold my automations to thousands of customers. I now run a top AI community where I teach others how to build powerful AI systems, win high-value clients, and earn consistent income. This upgrade to VEO could completely change how creators build with AI, and I don't say that lightly. And if you want to see how I take AI tools like this and build fully automated AI character systems that post content daily, subscribe, because that's what I'm going to show you next. Today should be fun. Google just announced VEO 3.1, and we're kind of just going to have a play around with all the new features and see what we can kind of come up today. We might hop into Nano Banana for a bit. We might hop into ChatGPT for some prompting, but really just kind of want to explore what the new capabilities are, compare 3.1 to 3.0, and just, again, like play around and have a little bit of fun today. So VEO 3.1 just came out. This is the official blog article from Google, and just kind of want to talk about like some of the new things that it can do. And really, here's what it is, right? So, okay, refine your narrative with audio and more control. So we're bringing audio to existing capabilities. These features are experimental, as with pretty much everything with AI. I hear a lot of people right now are talking about how, it's not 100% perfect, and it's not. AI is pretty dang close, but not 100% perfect. This is another new feature, ingredients to video. This is super, super interesting to me. You can use multiple reference images to control the characters, objects, and style. We're definitely going to play around with that. I think maybe combining a couple images in one, and then maybe, introducing some styles. I was thinking of playing around with like a film noir look or something like that, right? You can also now control the shot from start to finish, so you can provide a starting and an ending image, and so it'll transition from one to the other. So maybe we can create some cool transition scenes. Let's see kind of like what this little video shows right here. So, okay, we have this barn and we have this horse. And okay, so I'm assuming, okay, this guy walks into frame. So that's a really interesting way. It's cool to see the examples on the site because it kind of like teaches you how you might want to use this. So I'm assuming this is going to be some sort of transformation, which is pretty cool and impressive. And so you can see how it has like the differences, one image transforming into the other, and then another one with the horse where he's kind of like walking into frame. And so it's just going to kind of come down to prompting, it looks like. And this is going to be, the camera pans left to reveal a cactus. Cool. There's definitely a best practices prompting guide, which I'll show you and I'll link to in the description, so you have access to how to prompt that. Now you can also extend shots to create longer videos, and so basically you can generate a clip, and then I think you can just click like extend, and you can kind of just like link stuff together. I'm wondering if you can kind of like cut between scenes or not, or if it's just going to kind of like flow from one thing to the next. So maybe we'll play around with that too. Edit your ingredients and videos with more precision, so you can add new elements to any scene. So with insert, this is interesting. Introduce anything you can imagine, from realistic details to fantastical creatures. Okay, so that's super interesting. You can remove unwanted characters or objects. Okay, that's interesting. So let's see what this is.
You can also reimagine any shot by adding or removing elements, from subtle details to impossible objects.
Okay, so I was going to say, take out the Death Star. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, we can just hop into Flow and we can kind of just start playing around with this. I will say I went into this Gemini API thing here just because obviously I'm an automation guy and I played around with the API. I was just kind of curious what you could do with it. But what I was really interested in is this VEO prompting guide. And I think we'll probably use this today to help us with our prompts. And so I'll leave a link to this, or you can access this, right? So this is kind of how VEO wants you to prompt it. And if you can always if you can find guides like this, it's really extremely helpful, because now you know how to get like predictable and consistent results of the highest quality. This is exactly how VEO wants you to talk to it. So this is really helpful. I'll also show you how you can like take this, bring this into ChatGPT to basically define what it is that you're trying to do. Here are a few more tips. Here are some, some things for prompting audio. So, okay, cool. You can even prompt with reference images. So this is really interesting, right? Very, very cool. I have found that generally speaking, creating the image first in Nano Banana before you bring it over to VEO will give you the best results. But let's just try to generate things straight inside of VEO. And so if you go into labs.google.com, this will see featuring Flow, and you can just go to create with Flow. And then for some reason you need to click it again, but now we're creating with Flow. And this is basically where you can play around with all of Google's new tools. So I can just go ahead and do create new project, and we are in a brand new project. And so here we have text to video. And so I want to kind of do a little bit of a comparison, like text to video and image to video, and then maybe introducing some ingredients as well. And so I definitely want to use these best practices, which I think are really interesting. And so I'm just going to go ahead and copy these, and we're just going to bring these in to ChatGPT. I'm going to bring in the audio ones too. Why not? And we're going to have ChatGPT create the prompt for us. And so I thought it would be fun. I'm going to say, like, you are an expert prompt engineer for AI video. I want to generate an image of a giraffe riding a motorcycle in downtown New York City, which is something you would see every day. And then I'm also going to say, here are the prompting best practices. And I'm just going to paste these in as well. So I'm just going to paste everything that we got from the prompting guide, and we'll let ChatGPT go to work for us. Okay, so a tall giraffe rides a sleek black motorcycle through downtown New York City, weaving between yellow taxis and towering skyscrapers. Giraffe's long neck stretches above traffic lights, etc., etc. Okay, cinematic, ultra detailed, and photorealistic style. So again, having the style prompts are really interesting. The camera positioning, low angle dolly shot, tracking alongside the giraffe. So this is like using real like film terminology. The composition is a wide shot, so we can see, you know, the giraffe and the cityscape. Deep focus. Ambience is golden hour lighting, because golden hour is beautiful, of course. And the audio, engine roaring, tires screeching softly on pavement, distant honking. Okay, very, very cool. So this is great. I'm just going to copy and paste this into VEO3, and let's see what it creates. While this is generating, I will say here, you can actually switch between models. So you can switch the aspect ratio, landscape being widescreen, portrait being vertical, which is great for social media. You can change the number of outputs all the way up to 4, and you can change the model. I will say that VEO3 fast and quality, to be honest, like I personally like haven't really noticed a huge difference between fast and quality. And when you do start working with APIs and things like that, the fast version is significantly cheaper. And so you can see this costs 20 credits, and let's go ahead, switch this to quality, and you can see this costs 5 times more. So this is 100 credits. So definitely pay attention to which model you're using here. And so while this is running, I'm going to hop over to this site, which is called Kai AI. And I'm just over here, and I'm in the Kai AI/market because I wanted to make sure that we still had access to VEO3. It looks like on Flow, like directly in Google, you can actually no longer access VEO3 directly. You can only access 3.1. And so I just wanted to compare the two, and I'm just going to paste in that exact same prompt. And I'm going to click generate. This uses 60 credits on the site because I just kind of wanted to compare the output and see if there's any difference. Okay, cool. So this finished, and I'm just going to open this up and let's watch this. Okay, interesting. Like definitely not perfect, like straight out of the gate. Obviously, he's going forwards and backwards, and these cars are going both directions, but kind of interesting to see the quality of it, I will say, is very, very good. This is clearly a giraffe riding a motorcycle in downtown New York, so there are some things to like about this. So the VEO3.0 generation finished, and I want to check this out too. So I think that it's really interesting that in both cases, it went forwards and backwards. And I wonder, like, is there anything in this prompt that would make you think that the giraffe is supposed to go in both directions? And I don't remember reading anything like that. Maybe it has to do with the fact that it's a tracking shot, but I'm honestly not sure. The next thing I want to play around with is this frames to video, which basically you can put in the start frame and the end frame. So let's come over to Google AI Studio, and we're just going to try out Nano Banana for this, because Nano Banana is one of the top video models right now. And just like with VEO, Nano Banana also has some best practices for prompting. And so here's a really great prompt template for photorealistic scenes. If you want different styles, just come in here. You can see they have stylized illustrations and stickers. They have accurate text and images. They have product mockups and commercial photography. So if you want something specific, like check out the best practice guides. These are always really, really helpful. So I'm just going to copy this. And I'm just going to open a new ChatGPT window. I'm going to say I need a prompt for an AI image generator. I want to create an image of downtown New York City. Here is a prompt template for reference. A photorealistic wide shot of downtown New York City, bustling cars, etc., etc. Okay, 16:9 format. This is great. So I'm just going to copy and paste this into Nano Banana, and you're going to see next I'm going to actually create the image of our giraffe on the motorcycle. And so maybe we'll get the giraffe to like ride into frame, right? This is like insanely fast now. Like this generated in 6.8 seconds, which is insane. So I'm just going to download this image, and then I'm going to come back into ChatGPT, And let's say in the same style, create an image of a giraffe on a black motorcycle. Great, so I'm going to copy and paste this. And then we're going to bring these both over into VEO. So I just asked Nano Banana to make the giraffe riding up the side of a building because I want to see if we're able to do this. So I'm going to come back in here and we have frames to video. So I'm going to upload our 2 frames. Cool, so I have our 2 frames in here, and let me just go back to ChatGPT, and we're going to say I need a new prompt. We're going to start with a low angle shot of New York City, then crash zoom into a scene of a giraffe riding a motorcycle up the side of a skyscraper. So let's go ahead and see what comes out of this. A cinematic low-angle establishing shot of downtown New York City at dusk, skyscrapers towering overhead, etc., etc. So have the same style, the camera motion. Okay, cool. So let's just copy and paste this over here into VEO. Okay, so this one finished, and this is actually kind of awesome. Okay, that's actually pretty freaking funny. I'm actually pretty stoked on that. So now you can start to see the real power of this thing, I think, when you start to like kind of blend different things together. Awesome. So the last thing I want to test is this ingredients to video, and we're going to do this a little bit differently. So I just looked up like images of giraffes, and this one looks like a good giraffe. So I'm just going to save this one. And I'm also just going to look up an image of New York City streets. Okay, so this one looks good. Let's go ahead and save this. And the last one I'm going to look up is just like film noir. And it's kind of this just like dark style, heavy lighting, high contrast. And I'm just going to save this too. So now I'm going to come back into Flow and let's see if I can combine these 3 things. So I'm going to upload all of these. Here's our image of our giraffe. Cool. I'm going to upload this picture of downtown New York City or these New York City streets. And last image, I'm just going to go ahead and upload our film noir image right here. So, and let's just change this prompt, change this to in the style of film noir. Photorealistic mid-shot of a giraffe riding a sleek black motorcycle through a rain-slicked city street, styled in classic film noir. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this. And let's just go ahead and paste this back in and see how VEO 3.1 handles all of these different ingredients. Okay, so this one finished. This is definitely film noir style, high contrast, giraffe on the motorcycle in New York. Let's give this a play and see how we did. Not going to lie, that's pretty funny. I'm going to try this one more time, actually, because I want to have the giraffe speak. So, image of our giraffe, image of downtown New York, and film noir. And I'm just going to say, a photorealistic mid-shot of a giraffe riding a sleek black motorcycle through a rain-slicked city street, styled in classic film noir. So we can say the giraffe says, I don't know what I'm doing in this concrete jungle. I'm an herbivore, but this is where dreams are made. Great. Stupid, but funny, maybe. Okay, anyway, let's send that off and let's see how this does. Okay, this one finished up too.
I don't know what I'm doing in this concrete jungle. I'm an herbivore, but this is where dreams are made.
Okay, pretty fun. We did a lot today. We used VEO 3.1. We used text to video. We used image to video. We did scene to scene. We did all the ingredients to video. We did a little bit of work in Nano Banana and ChatGPT for prompting. So if you had a little bit of fun today, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in AI automation and want to see how I make UGC videos completely on autopilot, check out this video right here.